Chat was good, was good. How y'all doing? We back with it. We back with it, man, for a third time today. As y'all can see, we got a DJ Akademiks video right here. DJ Akademiks, we got the man DJ Akademiks video title YB versus Max question mark. Akademiks calls PlaqueBoyMax after NBA YoungBoy disses him for saying he didn't like his song. Now, if y'all was watching the live from earlier, we reacted to this situation already on Poetic Flaco channel, and there was a clip in there where PlaqueBoyMax was shown having a conversation with Academics, in reference to the NBA YoungBoy situation. So what we about to do now is react to that phone call because we only got bits and pieces of it right when we were reacting to Poetic Flaco. So now we finna get into the phone call. So let's go ahead and get into it, man. Feeling like I'm academics.
Chat, I love you. I love you. I love you. I see some people saying, hey, look at a few things. By the way, I seen that funny Marco thing. That was cap. They're saying, look at YB's Twitter. I know he's probably some wild shit. Is it? What the fuck? Plaque, you a bitch? You could have reacted. What? What? Oh, no. Oh, my God. Yo, Top, I'm going to call you after the stream, bro. Chat, I'm going to get off stream shortly and call Young Boy. That's my guy. Y'all know his personality. That's why even when I was telling y'all whatever about Kai, I gave you the really nice version. You know how Top is. Okay, let me see what's going on here. All right. He's tweeting today. This BB, where's my BB? What's that? I don't know what that is. Okay, pure art, okay. Plaque, you a bitch. You could have been reacted and said you ain't like that song. You just do a little hoe shit like a girl. Sit this one out, my boy. I ain't gonna play with you and don't respond to me. Fuck you, pussy. Oh my God. What the fuck did PlaqueBoyMax do? Hold on. I probably gotta look it up on Twitter. Fuck, bruh. PlaqueBoyMax responds to Montana saying YB won't do a stream with no one now. So, Montana responds to streamer Max after his reaction to YB's song. To say you don't fuck with us, go play them other dudes shit. We don't do no streaming, none of you clowns now. So this is Montana's Instagram. He says, he's just a little pretty hater. That's, boy, see us. He probably gonna go the opposite way. Da, da, da. Oh my God. Wait, is it this? Fuck. Here we go.
That's what I don't understand. You can show love to a nigga, be like, yo, I fuck with his music. Nah, this shit hard. I like some. As soon as you say you don't like somebody's music, now it is an issue. If you don't like a song, if I don't like one song, or if I don't like one thing, it is now a problem, and I never understood that. It makes no sense. I am not gonna sit here and not give my opinion in fear of somebody feeling a way. Now I'm compromised. I'm never gonna be compromised. So here's what I have to
Let me kind of explain something that I'm thinking of right now from both sides. And I could be wrong, but I think it sounds reasonable. So let me explain this real quick, man. Hold on. Oh,
Take it
hold
off.
on, hold on. Woo, 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 woo. Wrong screen. Hold on. Yeah, there we go. 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 Yeah, there we go. But now let me explain this real quick, man. So let me start off with Max. And I said this earlier, so it ain't something that you know what I'm saying. I'm new to Sam's because I done said it already. But what Max gotta understand, when you reacting to a song that's from a rapper like Youngboy, and you know the caliber of rapper Youngboy is, you know his personality, you know the people he got behind him, you know the fan base he got behind him, you know everything that come with Youngboy, and you go on your stream where you have thousands of people watching you, potentially millions of people watching you, and you say, "Oh, I don't like this song. I don't like this song." You got I don't know how many viewers PlaqueBoyMax be having in his streams, but I know it's thousands, maybe even millions of people. You got all these people in your stream watching you, and you reacting to a Youngboy song, and you say, yeah, nah, I don't rock with this. I don't rock with this. I don't like that." And Youngboy see it, he gonna look at it as, "Oh, so you in front of all these people, and that's what you got to say about my stuff in front of all these people. You hating." That's how Youngboy gonna look at it. I feel like that's how anybody would look at it. I understand Max ain't mean no harm by it. He wasn't trying to hate on Youngboy. He ain't trying to tear Youngboy down or nothing like that. But think about, the amount of people PlaqueBoyMax got in his stream, the fan base and all that stuff there. Youngboy might be looking at it. He's sitting in front of all these people doing all this here, hating on me, da 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 da, and all this mess here. That's how he looking at it. You know what I'm saying? Youngboy ain't never been that type of rapper to, you know what I'm saying, leave a lot of things like this unaddressed. He always address things like this right away. Now, you don't necessarily see him beefing with people all the time. I'm talking about Youngboy. You don't necessarily see Youngboy beefing with people all the time, but Youngboy don't be leaving stuff like this unaddressed. If he feel like you coming for him, he gonna address it, you know? And even though Max ain't mean no harm by it, you gotta understand when you speaking on somebody with the way the internet is now, they gonna say something back, bro. They gonna say something back. Even if you don't mean no harm by it, even if you just giving your opinion, they gonna reply back in a negative way. Even if you didn't mean it that way, just still prepare for the heat that's gonna come along with it. You know what I'm saying? I hate that it got to that point, but it is what it is. It's to be expected. It's to be expected, you know? So, I mean, you either gonna do what you gotta do to make it right, or you not. Straight up. Not saying nothing bad about
Listen,
him, but hey, you
YB,
gotta think
I
good
fuck
from
with you
another
heavy.
point of
I play
view
your music on stream. You feel me? I
instead of
show
your
this shit
own.
love. I react to this shit. Bro, niggas could literally just hit me if it's a problem. I don't understand why his bros hit me, bro. Y'all know I fuck with this nigga. I don't get it. Bro, I'm not gonna blindly just say I like all music. If I don't like something, I don't like a song. There's nothing wrong with that. Like, bro, niggas gotta be able to have opinions, bro. You feel me? I don't understand that.
Now, I want to speculate. I don't believe, again, I know these guys. I know Montana. I told you, Montana was bringing me fucking 1942 every show. That's my guy. I know YB. YB is not no person that says act dick ride me. Like, you better love every song. That's not him. I promise you it's not him. Montana's not like that. I have to believe they think that maybe there's some, I don't know, like slick shit or like, disrespect that's beyond not liking a song. Trust me. Let me see. What's the
Fuck with us. Go. Now,
what is the initial reaction that Max did that, maybe got Montana to respond.
That's boy see us. He'll probably go opposite way. Just say you don't fuck with us. Go play them other dudes. Shit, we don't do no streams with none of you clowns now.
Now, here's the thing, too. I'm sorry to tell y'all, but Max, so I don't know if y'all seen Rolling Loud. Rolling Loud is in Orlando this year. And on Sunday, this is not that good. This is going to be bad. NBA Youngboy is headlining the whole festival. And we have Sexy Red, Bossman D-Lo, No Cap obviously fucks with him, and Max is here. Chat, am I doing too much if I feel like I got a squash beef? Because obviously, you know, YB's my mans. Like, that's my nigga, right? But also, I have no problem with Max. So I'm like, all right, fuck. Like, should I, you know, because I do ride for my streamers too, you know? Like, I don't like streamers getting bullied, and YB's not a bully. Like, really. YB, he don't fuck with street niggas. Real talk. Like, you know, I don't want nobody to confuse it. YB's not a nigga who would pick, like, that's Mano. Like, he don't pick on niggas who not street. So I don't want nobody to think like that. But I know they're going to be on the same day. I'm like, all right, fuck. Do I got to, like, let me see.
Yo, listen, bro. This is what I don't understand. You can show love to a nigga, be like, yo, I fuck with his music. Nah, this shit hard. I like some. As soon as you say you don't like somebody's music, now it is an issue. If you don't like a song, if I don't like one song, or if I don't like one thing, it is now a problem, and I never understood that. It makes no sense. I am not going to sit here and not give my opinion in fear of somebody feeling a way. Now I'm compromised. I'm never going to be compromised.
Feel them on that, though. You know what I'm saying? Like,
listen,
stick to your opinion.
I fuck with you heavy. I play your music on stream. You feel me? I show your shit love. I react to the shit. Bro, niggas could literally just hit me if it's a problem. I don't understand why his bros hit me, bro. Y'all know I fuck with this nigga. I don't get.
Now, obviously, I think there's some compounding stuff. So, like, back in July 2025, when Youngboy dropped his album Massa, which, by the way, he went on a tour and he broke the record for the most, you know, amount of gross revenue for a debut artist on a tour. When he dropped the album, Max did react like this, and I do think his team probably saw it.
I'm gonna be honest, bro. You feel me? Shout out YB. I'm not finishing this album. This is not for me. I'm just keeping the buck. Shout out to bro. You feel me? He a great artist, but this specific project I can't finish. I'm the type of nigga, if I don't like some, I'm not gonna finish it. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? Start off high energy, you know what I'm saying? I was getting along, you feel me? A little repetitive. It's just not my speed. Not everything is for me.
All right.
And that's
All right.
okay.
So now since we on this part, I can kind of see how the reaction of Youngboy came in that tweet the way that it did. It's not just this incident with Max saying that, oh, I don't like this particular song. It's another instance or situation. It's another situation before this one where, as y'all see right here, it say July 24th, 2025. So yeah, it's a couple situations here where, you know what I'm saying, you speaking in the same manner. And while I understand he's giving his opinion, you just gotta be prepared with the heat and the backlash that's gonna come from that, because Youngboy has such a huge fan base. You know, we know how Youngboy is. He don't go for no BS like that. We know how the people behind Youngboy is. They don't go for no mess. So this is one of them situations. Even if you speak in your humble opinion, dog, hey, you gonna have to hit him up and just, hey man, listen here, I ain't mean it like that. I apologize. Like, you gonna have to do something, bro. Because if you won't do nothing and this lingers over to when you perform at Rolling Loud and y'all cross paths, bro, something might pop off. Something might pop off. Somebody might say something to you or something like that. You know what I'm saying? You gonna have your security, he gonna have his security, and it's just gonna stem from there. You know, he gonna have to hit him up, bruh. Just, just off of the simple fact of safety. You know, you want to keep down as much confrontation as possible. I understand Max ain't do nothing wrong. He ain't do nothing bad. He was stating his opinion, bruh. And I ain't even saying, you know what I'm saying, act scary. I know he ain't scared, but just to keep down mess, to keep down confrontation, sometimes you just gotta set your pride to the side and know what, bruh, let me just hit him up and like let's talk about it. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure if they talk about it, everything will be all gravy. But if you just sitting up here and you on the internet and you, oh, I don't see what I did wrong, it's not gonna do nothing but just make matters worse. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gotta be scared, bro. But at the same time, like when you know that a particular situation being left unaddressed can lead to something more serious. Hey, you as the mature human being that you are, you gonna have to hit him up and say something, bro. Even if he don't want to talk to you for a long time, just hey, bro, listen here. I'm sorry. I ain't mean to come off like that. I ain't trying to sound like no hater or nothing. You a good artist. Now don't get me wrong. I was just giving my opinion. I ain't trying to talk down on you. I'm not trying to make you look bad or nothing. I don't want no beef or nothing. Like it's gonna have to be like that, unfortunately, y'all. Because if don't nobody have no conversation, if ain't no, you know what I'm saying, cool, calm, and collect the conversation is being had, I see this turning into a major problem when they cross paths at Rolling Loud. I see it being a major problem then if you let it linger to that point in time.
If you want to finish the album, finish it on your own. Shout out to YB though. You feel me? You already know what time it is. Let me hear it is Drake.
Well, it feels like he's still shouting him out, though. That's the thing. Okay. Let me see. What song recently did he react to?
I didn't even listen to the song that he was reacting
Oh
to.
my God.
I'm gonna have to
What
go listen
happened?
to it myself so I can get my
I don't know what
own
song
opinion
it
of it. I
is.
ain't even hear it yet. I heard like a little snippet of the song, and the snippet that I heard
Is
was
it
them
this?
posting the clip on what Max
Oh, he.
said and the
What?
tweet that Young Boy said, and that's about
Blackboy
it.
Max called Youngboy's song Head Tap a Miss? I could, okay. Max, I fuck with you a bit, but like, yo, Head Tap's a hit. I'm gonna be honest.
I don't fuck with it. So I'm gonna keep it a buck. And Young Boy ain't been missing for me, but I don't fuck with this song.
Maybe it was only one thing. Let me try to call Max. I feel like Max calls me from time to time. Okay, let me try to call Max. Is Max on stream? Because obviously, you know, I ain't trying to get nobody banned or nobody. Plaque, Twitch.tv, PlaqueBoyMax. Is he on stream? Oh, he is. Fuck. Y'all think he'll answer if I call him? I feel like he would. You think he'll answer? Or will he ego me and be like, yo, bro. Yo, he calls me a lot. I'm not going to lie to you. I give him a lot of advice. Let me try to call him. Oh, the curve is coming. Fuck.
And see what's crazy. If y'all go back and watch the Poetic Fleco reaction that I did on live stream earlier, Max had hella people calling him. He had hella people calling him, bro. And they only showed a little small snippet, but it was so many people calling Max, bro. So many people was calling Max. And a part of the conversation with him and Ack was up in there. Um, what's that other streamer? I think that's Cuffham or whatever his name is, Cuffham. He called and it was somebody else that called. Max had hella people calling him while he was on stream, bro. Shout out to everybody that done joined in, bro.
Max,
Appreciate
what
y'all.
happened, bro?
Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, man. Turn on the post
I was
notification
reacting. I
bell.
was
Set it to
reacting to a
all.
music video, bro.
We
And I was
full
like, yo, I'm
swing
not gonna
going
lie,
live
bro.
now,
Why they
man.
going crazy, but I don't
Make
like
sure
this
y'all
one.
show some
Is it
love.
head tap?
And then, what song was it, chat? What song was it?
I think I just looked at it. It's head. I mean, I disagree with the head tap thing, but it got to be more than that though, because
On me, that's it. No, okay, so look, I will say this. I reacted to his album. I reacted to Massa. I didn't finish it. I didn't like it. I'm not gonna lie, it's just my. But listen though, I've been bumping YB since middle school. I fuck with this nigga. But if I don't like something, you understand this our platform. I'm going to give my opinion. I'm not gonna compromise myself to dick ride. Like I'm not gonna do that. Like I fuck with YB, but it's just like I'm just keeping a bug.
all right. So I looked at the I looked at the master thing. I seen that, and I seen the head tap.
And if I'm being honest,
you haven't had.
and
like,
if I'm being honest, you know what I'm saying? Max is doing the right thing, by sticking to his opinion. Unfortunately, and I said this earlier as well, unfortunately, man, your opinion can still rub people the wrong way. Your opinion still gonna be taken in whatever way they want to take it, bro. Like, I get he's speaking his opinion and all that, but it's Young Boy. Young Boy is the hottest rapper. Ain't no arguably, ain't no name. He's the hottest rapper in the game today. He got a lot of fans behind him, and he got a lot of street dudes behind him. He got a lot of street dudes behind him, bro. Before they cross paths at this concert coming up, somebody gonna have to, you know what I'm saying, initiate a grown man conversation. Somebody gonna have to say something, bro, because you can't let this linger. Because the minute somebody say something to somebody, and you know what I'm saying, you get a response back, that's what a mess gonna start at. And I ain't saying that it's gonna turn out just like that, but it's a big possibility that it can. You know what I'm saying? So somebody gonna have to initiate a grown man conversation somewhere, bro. I don't know if it's gonna be Young Boy. I don't know if it's gonna be Max. I don't know if it's gonna be somebody on either one of their teams or what. But somebody gonna have to do something to keep down a fight, to keep down a confrontation and all that there. Real talk, bro.
I'm gonna be honest with you. Yo, this is from me to you, right, bro?
Keep it real, bro.
Yo, I know YB, and like, bro, he's a nigga that even know me. Where it's like, bro, I've sat there in his house with him, where I know he's played a song that he's like, yo, I think Act gonna like, and I had no reaction, and he didn't have a problem. And I say that to you to say he's not a nigga to go beef with you and have a problem because you ain't like a song. So maybe think you're sneak this. I don't know what it is.
How though, bro? Show me a clip of me being disrespectful to YB ever. That's like it's not. If someone can show me a clip of me being like, man, fuck this nigga, I've never said that. I don't do that. I'll just say, yo, I don't like this song, bro. So I fuck with bro. I don't like this song though. Or I'm not gonna lie, I don't like this project, but you feel me? Like I'm just keeping the bug. Bro, there's times I'm listening to this nigga shit, and I'm like, this shit is amazing. Like, but of course you know the negative shit is always what goes. Especially with YB, because YB fans really love him, so they gonna see that and be like, oh, you don't like this nigga? What? You don't like him? And I'm like, I do like him, I just don't like this song.
Hey,
I really don't know what to say, bro. I can't you feel me?
Was that the first time ever, like, either his team or somebody, like, they must have, like, said, like, a kite to you, like, yo, what's up? Like, you fuck with us or nah? Like, what's up? Like,
No, in fact, yo, bro, let me show you the messages. Yesterday, bro, that said something or commented somewhere, I DM'd the bro. I said, yo,
that's Montana.
gang,
That's Montana. Yeah.
Yeah, I DM'd him. I said, let me show you, bro. Hold on. I DM'd him. I said, yo, gang, I fuck with y'all heavy and YB heavy, bro. It's all love. Dream, so I give my opinion. It's none more than that, Brody. All love and blessings. Of course, niggas didn't see that or respond to that. It's like, bro, I don't want to have no problems with nobody. It's just like niggas can all eat and be amazing. So I don't know, bro. I don't know. I don't know.
Yo, I'm gonna be honest. Yeah, so I don't know if you know, like, why?
I'm not, bro. But apologize for what? It's not even on some like. You feel me?
I'm not saying apologize, but only thing I'm saying is like, Wabi's my man's, and like, I know you a nigga with good intentions, so like that's where I come in, where I'm like, yo, I gotta figure out a way to make both of y'all be on the same page, where because I know like. Sometimes a rapper will see
some talking gonna have to be
bro,
done.
trust me, nigga.
It ain't got to necessarily be no apology, but some talking is gonna have to be done before they cross paths. They gonna have to sit down themselves or somebody gonna have to do something, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because as of right now, you know it sounds like Max a little stubborn. You know what I'm saying? He said apologize for what? Like, you don't want no problems, but you refusing to do the one thing that's gonna resolve the little bit of problem that you got right now. You know, like somebody's gonna have to say something. It can't just be silent. Cause if you leave this situation not talked about, you know what I'm saying? It ain't gonna do nothing but just build up more fire. The fire small right now. You gotta put it out before it get big. Like, it's young boy. What else do you expect? It's a rapper, dog. Like, you ain't beefing with no other streamer. Streamers beef is way different than what a rap beef is. You know what I'm saying? Like, rap beef can get deadly, bruh. Not saying streamer beef can't either, but rap beef, a lot of them dudes from the streets, bruh. A lot of the people that they have on their team is from the streets. Rap beef and content creator beef is two totally different types of beef, bro. Because content creators beef and it be made up like 90% of the time. A lot of these content creators and streamers beef, and 2 months later they back doing videos together. That beef wasn't real. You see DDG do it all the time. Him and Jay Cinco, for example, you know, they had just not been in the same video not too long ago. That stuff ain't real, bro. Like, or at least it ain't real to me. At least it ain't real to me. Because if you got beef with somebody, like, for a little minute or for the rest of the time, it's gonna be F you. If that's what it really is. Content creator beef and rap beef is totally different, bro. It's totally different. That's totally different. You know what I'm saying? So, hey man, I just if Act really gonna stand on, you know what I'm saying, getting in YBL, trying to get him to like look at it from a different point of view, then I hope he do that. Because somebody gonna have to do something before it spread and get way crazier when it don't have to, you know.
I talked to little TJ on your behalf before. I don't know if you ever knew that. Because, like, I'm telling you, sometimes rappers, they look at certain shit a different way, and I'm like, yo, bro, YB's my mans, but I'm like, if it's only this, like, I don't think Max was trying to wild out type shit. He's just like, yo, he's just him. He's just him type shit. So, like that's where I come in, and maybe I'm doing too much.
Wait, YB, that's your right hand?
I mean, I don't know necessarily how you call right hand, but like, yo, nigga, I ain't gonna lie. Like, when it comes to like, he don't really be in the streaming shit. Any streamer he's ever fucked with, he called me about like, yo, you fuck with him. Honestly, every streamer, I promise you. You know what I mean? But my relationship with him is like, it's more as friends. You know what I mean? And like, obviously, like, he's a young nigga. He's like 25 or something like that. So he really, he is tapped in, but like, he not really tapped in. So a lot of times I'm over here explaining to him like, yo, bro, like, nah, it's not that. Like, yo, you might be tripping. And I'm always down to do that. Like, yo, bro, like, yo, I know what you might have seen, but like, you might be tripping. Like, I did that with him recently. I'm like, yo, I know what you think you might see, but I think you might be tripping because this motherfucker don't really not fuck with you. It's just da-da-da-da-da-da. So when I seen this, I'm like, wait, did Max do some shit? Or was Max like...
Chad, be fully honest with me. Did I do something crazy? Please tell me, bro. Please tell me. Tell me, bro. Tell me, like, if I felt like I was in the wrong, you feel me? I genuinely would apologize. I said nothing crazy about YB. In fact, I show him love on my streams all the time. I play his music. That's his account, though, right? That's his account.
Yeah.
Well, like, what now? I don't know. Nigga, you feel me? I love to chop it up with bro, but you know, niggas don't want to talk, bro. That's what I don't understand, though. Because I DM'd, that's his stepdad? What is it? His stepdad?
Yo, I'm gonna be honest with you. The mere fact Montana responded, and I'm gonna talk to I'm gonna try to talk to Montana later tonight or something. And you know, obviously, like I'm gonna be honest with you, just because like this is how I kind of obviously I stream.
But see,
this or whatever.
I'm gonna be honest though, bro. I'm gonna be honest on something. Back when Charleston White said what he said about Young Boy, Charleston White still, you know what I'm saying? I don't even think they took what Charleston White said too badly. And Charleston White said something far worse than what PlaqueBoyMax said. PlaqueBoyMax said he just didn't like a song. Charleston White was like going in on Young Boy. And I think Charleston White say he still streamed with Young Boy. He still went backstage. I think he still went. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think you know what I'm saying, put in a good word for him still. But if I'm not mistaken, like Charleston White said something way crazier than what Max said. And I don't think they made no move on Charleston White. So in this situation, I feel like a conversation can be had. You know, Charleston White was more on some F him type of junk. But the simple fact that, you know, he still, per his words, streamed with him and went backstage at the concert when he did the Master Tour and all that, like, that's a whole totally different thing. Like, Max say he reached out to somebody that's on his team and they ain't say nothing back to him. And then Young Boy took it to the internet with the tweet. When Young Boy take it to the internet with the tweet, you know it's smoke. So they must feel differently here with Max than they did with Charleston White. You know what I'm saying? But if Act gonna put in a good word for him, well, they can like really talk and like they can keep them on the same page or whatever. Act gonna have to do that. You know, like some gonna have to be, you know what I'm saying, done or said, because they can't just keep letting this problem linger like that, bro. You know what I'm saying? They two young dudes that get a whole lot of money. And if you ask me, don't know two people getting a whole lot of money need to be beefing with each other, no way. Even though they in two different lanes, one is a streamer, one is a rapper, I don't think nobody that's making bread need to beef, bro. Anybody that's making bread, bro, like, why we beefing when we both at the top? We need to be trying to help each other, bro. The last thing we need to do is be at the top and operate like we still at the bottom. Like we crabs in the bucket or something. Nah, like we can't do that. We can't do that. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I'm a firm believer in this. Even if you didn't mean it that way, it still don't hurt to apologize, bro. Like, hey, I'm sorry. I ain't say it in that way, but if you took it that way, I'm sorry that I made you feel that way. You know what I'm saying? You got to stop being stubborn. Got to set that pride to the side, and you got to do what you got to do. You got to do what you got to do. I understand this apologize for what type of deal, but it don't hurt to make the situation better to just do so, you know? You don't hurt at all.
You're Max, but like for me, like I try to really build relationships
TikTok was
a lot
good.
of niggas, and I try to solve shit off stream.
I'm live on YouTube and I'm live on TikTok at the same time.
I know how the internet be with it, but like knowing them, yo, you gotta remember, yo, they did the Master Tour, nigga. I went to like 12 shows, bro. Like I was like these.
Appreciate the likes, my boy Young Wizington.
But I also know that sometimes they might not understand everything when it comes to influencers and streamers. You get what I'm saying? And they might just think that you just like, yo, maybe this nigga's just a hater when it just be like, nah, this nigga fuck with us. It's just that maybe he don't like two things, and yeah, he got a big audience, but it's not like he's trying to like be on some, oh, I'm a hater shit. You get what I'm saying?
Nah, word.
Because that's how like.
Nah, definitely not, bro. There's just no point for me to do that. Fuck with this music. Why? What's the point of me sitting there and doing that? I'm not. I'm just giving my opinion. Like, it's that simple, bro. I don't really know what else to say. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest with you. That tweet was wild. I've never seen him tweet that directly before.
Hold on, let me go back.
That tweet was wild.
And YouTube, I'm reading this off of TikTok because TikTok can't see. TikTok, I don't know if y'all seen the young boy tweet with what he said to PlaqueBoyMax, but he was like, Plaque, you a bitch. He said you are. I ain't gonna say the actual word because I ain't trying to cuss on stream and all that. Even though I do cuss, just not trying to cuss on stream. But he said, Plaque, you are. You could have been reacted and said you ain't like that song. You just do LIL HOE-ish. Like a girl. Sit this one out, my boy. I ain't gonna play with you. And don't respond to me. F you. And he called him a cootie cat. I'm gonna say cootie cat. I ain't gonna say the actual word, but nah, that's what's going on. That's where we at with it now, TikTok.
I've never seen him tweet that directly before.
No, you will really think I did some crazy shit off that, like, but whatever though. I mean, I don't know what is supposed to be done, gang. Like, nothing's supposed to be done. I mean, just carry on with my stream. I don't know what to do. Like, what I'm supposed to say.
Oh, man.
Right?
Yo, we gotta get this. Yo, you know y'all about to be on Rolling Loud together. So like we gotta get this, you know.
Don't be out there together,
They
bro.
perform the same day.
Well, not at the same time, but they gonna be at the same place together soon. So we'll have to do something.
Obviously, we've been online, so we know sometimes shit start a little bit staticky, and then we kind of get to a good place. We gonna do that. We gonna do that. I'm pretty sure. Again, I've never talked to him about you, honestly. Truth be told. Which, you know, hopefully in my position, I could kind of mediate to be like, yo, bro, I know y'all not internet niggas like that, but let me tell you how this shit works. Like, niggas not a hater. They're probably thinking you're a hater. You get what I'm saying? Like a nigga who's campaigning.
But here's the thing, though. What would make him feel that if you said niggas give their opinion and it's not a problem? I'm giving my opinion. I'm gonna continue to give my opinion. I won't react to his music if
I'll tell you
my
what.
opinion is an issue, but it's like he ain't like I fuck with him, so that's why I listen to his music.
I'll tell you what, most rappers a lot of times they're not tuning into the Twitch stream, so they're gonna catch it on. It's like I'm gonna be honest with you, like even like me and Lil Baby, like, you know, Lil Baby really got upset at me at first. Really, and when we really talked about it, he said, yo, I seen shit on TikTok and other shit, and it's always the clips that you're not ever giving them props. It seems like you're the biggest hater. Like, oh, I don't fuck with that nigga, because that's the shit that go viral. If they ever watch your stream where you're like, oh, I'm fucking with this, that's not the most viral shit on TikTok. You know what I mean? That's how they kind of get their representation of how people think of them. So
yeah, that's a whole nother
maybe
thing
you think
too.
you don't fuck with them, rather than you're somebody who like, yo, you fuck with him. Maybe you're not the biggest fan, but like you fuck with him, you're not no hater. But TikTok and clips will make you sound like a hater, bro. Yo, Lil Baby
Clips
literally
in
looked at
general.
me like you're a big
Clips in
you're
general,
like a hater.
because the thing about folks that clip, you know, whether you working particularly for a streamer or whether you just clipping, people that clip, their job is to capture specific moments. We ain't trying to capture the whole thing that led up to that moment or that caused that moment. They trying to catch that particular moment. So if Max sat up there and he was like, man, I just don't rock with this part of the album. But beforehand, he said, hey, I like the first 6 songs, but these next 3, I don't rock with them. They gonna catch the part where he say he don't rock with those 3 songs. They ain't gonna catch the part where he say he liked the first 5 or 6. I think I said 6. They ain't gonna catch the part where he said he liked the first 6. They gonna catch the part where they say he don't like these songs. And they gonna title it, PlaqueBoyMax say he doesn't like NBA YoungBoy songs. And once YoungBoy see it, then it's like, oh, he hating on me. Oh, he talking down on me. Oh, I gotta say something. That's what it is. They ain't gonna capture the good parts because the good parts ain't never, you know what I'm saying, generating views like that. Folks like to see drama. And unfortunately, you know, the people that run the internet see that. So they stay stirring up drama as much as they possibly can. As much as they possibly can. So, I mean, I wouldn't say nobody's at fault. It's just people need to stop being stubborn at this point. If one side want to talk to the other, they just need to come together and talk. It can't be to a point where you just so stubborn and you taking the situation however you want to take it when it wasn't meant that way. Like that's where it got to get to now. Even if you got to have you a middleman to try to bring both of y'all together as the voice that's gonna make it happen, like y'all just gonna have to get that middleman. Like for real. I don't know if it's gonna be Akademiks or if it's gonna be somebody else that do it, but somebody gonna have to do something.
Like, bro, I feel like I'm one of your biggest fans. Like, I've loved so many shit you did, but he's not gonna look at that. So,
Yeah, nah, facts. All right, though, bro. I'm gonna hit you later, all right?
all right, bro. All right. I'll put you on.
All right.
YB's my nigga, bro. Okay, I'm gonna just say that first and foremost. And just to be clear, YB my nigga, and I know YB stand with me on everything. So you know, I fuck with Max, but I'm with YB too, straight up. But also for me, I'm always trying to make sure a friend of mine like YB is looked at in the best light. I don't want nobody to be like, oh, he looking corny. Why he doing this? So I want to make sure he's looked at in the best light. So I'll tell y'all the truth. Like, you know, I'm gonna pick YB's mind and see what, you know, because sometimes I ain't gonna lie. Like even with the car shit, I ain't gonna cap with you. Like, nigga, I did not think he was tapped in like that. He was like, nigga, I seen you text me about you ain't put that up, nigga. I know you didn't. So he's a little bit more tapped in. So, you know, for me, I don't want none of my favorite artists like beefing with streamers. Nigga, it's a streamer world now. Nigga, even if you don't like a streamer, just don't beef with them. Not my favorite artists. Now, when it comes to like Jim Jones and niggas like that, like they should beef with streamers because they're idiots.
Oh, speaking of Jim Jones,
my favorite artists, I like them beef.
Oh, we gotta dig into that, bro.
That might try to, you know,
we gotta dig into that chat for real.
So, all right.
I gotta see if I can find some news on Jim, bro. Speaking of Jim freaking Jones, hold on, chat. Jim Jones went crazy. Chat, hold on. Let me see if I can find that. Let me see if I can find that Jim Jones thing real quick. Hold on. Jim Jones went stupid, bro. Jim Jones went dummy, bro. Do one of these videos show that footage? Man, Jim Jones went in the studio that 50 bought. I think that used to be Jim Jones' studio, I think. Man, Jim Jones went up in there kicking doors open, kicking them off the hinges. I'm talking about donkey horse kicking them gents, bro. I was like, what? Jim Jones, bro. Oh my goodness. Hold on, chat. Let me see if this is it right here. We on All Urban Central right now, chat. We got a video titled Jim Jones responds after 50 Cent leaks footage of him getting evicted from the podcast studio. So the studio that he's walking in and he's kicking these doors open is a studio that he got evicted from. And I think 50 came behind him and purchased the studio. So we finna see if it shows the footage. Man, Jim Jones was just running through there and he was kicking doors off the hinges, bruh. But do this even show the footage? Yeah, this do show some of the footage, man. He was going crazy up in there, bro. Jim Jones was kicking the doors open, bro. I'm talking about all his mighty force.
Yo, nah, this is getting disrespectful and hilarious at the same time. So 50 Cent is back trolling Jim Jones, and this time, he's allegedly exposing a video of Jim kicking in the door, talking about notices, rent issues, and trying to paint the narrative that Jim got evicted.
You cut the lights on. You're not supposed to. You heard Jim? You cut the lights on. What's up? What happened? Yeah, I'm good. No, it's mine. My problem. All right? You got a problem talking about it.
Now he say he can't get one door open, he going to the next door. Oh, he got that one open. Jim got that one open.
You're not supposed to. You heard Jim? You cut the lights on.
How they put the Street Fighter 4 character up in there.
What's up? What happened? Yeah, I'm good. No, it's mine. My problem.
Oh, they doing a replay.
You got a problem talking about it.
Hold on, chat. Let me see if they got like some actual. Hold on. Is this the footage? Do this show the footage?
Jim Jones going crazy, kicking in his door. This is courtesy of 50 Cent. What do you think is going on here, people? Leave it in the comments. Maybe he locked himself out, right? Maybe the gym was closed and it was a leg day. Talk to your boy.
What's up? What happened? Yeah, I'm good. All right. You got a problem talking about it.
Yeah, he got that one open.
Jim Jones going crazy, kicking in his door. This is courtesy of.
So it must just be this little piece of him kicking in the doors then. This must be the only footage they got. That man kicked that door so many times and could not get it open.
Yeah, I'm good.
But yeah, bro, Jim Jones went crazy. He lost it, bro. That's crazy. And y'all know 50 gonna make light of that situation right there, man. But let's move on, bro. I want to get on this little Poppa situation, man. That's tragic, you know. I hate that it even came down the way that it did with Lil Poppa, man. I hate that that happened. Once again, rest in peace to him. Um, let me see if I can find. All right, I guess we gonna go back with academics since we was already there from the start. So let's see. Title of the video: What happened? Academics reacts to Lil Poppa's death, now ruled a suicide, with new details revealed.
Only 3 topics in. It's all good. Okay.
Hold on,
perfect.
Chad. I'll be right back.
The next thing we are going to get into. So we did Kendrick. We did 50. Should we get into the Epstein files? We can. Actually, before we do that, oh my God. I kind of want to, we didn't talk about this before.
We back, Chad. We back. We back. We back. We back.
Really sad and it's really unfortunate. So Lil Poppa is a artist that essentially comes out of Jacksonville, Florida. Okay? His death got reported 2 days ago. And we didn't know why or what happened. We're getting some details of what happened with him, and it's actually rather sad. Now, there's a whole lore about his involvement with other things in hip-hop, and we could get to that afterwards, but it's very important for us to focus in on what happened to him because we report his death. Apparently, his death is now officially ruled, or at least, you know, it's going to be ruled by the medical examiner as a suicide. They're claiming that Lil Poppa shot himself after a car crash. Now, bear with me with the details. Some of these are shocking and trigger warning for anyone who has a weak stomach or, you know, these things affect. So TMZ reported that we're learning more circumstances around the death of Lil Poppa, and it's pretty shocking. TMZ broke the news that the rapper, whose real name is Janarius Mikkel Wheeler, was actually pronounced dead yesterday in Georgia. So even though he's from Florida, he died in Georgia. He was only 25 years of age, Chad. This is a picture of him, and this is from November 2024. Hapville Chief of Police Bruce Hadley tells TMZ Lil Poppa was involved in a single car accident on Interstate 85 of Hapville, which is when he called his manager asking what he should do. Now, let me, flush it out a little bit. A single car accident is, as classified by the police, is usually where you didn't crash into another car. It's usually by user error. It could be conditions or otherwise that your vehicle has sustained a crash. Maybe you ran into a barrier. Maybe you ran, over a median. We don't know how severe it was. But the important part is that it wasn't something where he's driving in the lane on the highway, because we hear about Interstate 85, and he collides with someone that's in a parallel lane. That's not being reported. Now, what is also, and I think very important to think about as we kind of try to figure out what's up with the story, it's a single car accident, and it's Interstate 85 South in Hapville. Now, I'm gonna Google this, and we're getting pictures, okay, that match. Let me see if we could okay. Oh wow. Oh, there's a video? Oh no, please. Oh my god. Okay. We don't want to see the full video. Okay, no. Okay, there's not. I thought there was a video of like the car wreckage. But just to kind of give you a perspective, this is an interstate, and Interstate 85 in Georgia looks like this: multiple lanes. So when the cops say there's a single car crash, it means he didn't hit another car. And just looking here, this is Interstate 85 in Georgia. We don't know if it's in Hattville. 1 lane, 2 lane, 3 lanes, 4 lanes. And just by we see 3 cars here, maybe 5 and 6. So it's possibly a 6-lane highway on each side. If there's a single car crash, it would either lead me to believe they hit the median. They hit the median, right? They hit the median. Or they hit the barrier here.
That's
Why is
the
that
only way.
important?
That's the only way, bro. I don't know if any of y'all have ever been to Atlanta or shoot, even Houston, bro. A lot of the interstates up to, you know what I'm saying, 8 lanes when you factor in like toll roads. In Houston, I don't know if they have like toll roads in Atlanta or not. I'm sure that they do, considering that they have a whole lot of traffic as well constantly, but you know, and I live in Houston, so like I'm just speaking from a Houston standpoint. But bro, it's it at least in plenty of areas, at least 6 to 7 lanes, 8 maximum, bro. If he had a single car crash, you ain't finna have no single car crash in the third, fourth, or fifth lane, because that's like right there in the middle. You ain't having no single car crash there. You had to be all the way over this way to hit the wall that divides both sides, going and coming. Or you're either all the way to this side or you ran off the road into the trees or something. Or you must have ran into that rail that was right there, that little silver railing, that steel railing. That's the only way. You either all the way to the left or you all the way to the right. You're not in the middle and having a single car crash. Because there's always plenty of cars traveling the Georgia roads, man, in certain areas. Well, really in a lot of areas. You know, I don't know if he was in the A or Atlanta, whatever you want to call it. I don't know if he was down or in another busy part of the state, but you know, you ain't having no single car crash in the middle of the interstate like that. You all the way to the left, you all the way to the right. But that's very unfortunate, man, and I hate that. I hate that, man. I really do hate that. And to be honest, like that's why I say when it comes to the topic of, you know what I'm saying, suicide, and I'm gonna be very brief on this when I say this. Make sure your people are doing all right mentally, you know. Make sure that if you notice signs of it or if they expressing to you that that's how they feel in the head, get them the help that they need. And don't take that as a joke, man. The thing that really, you know what I'm saying, grinds my gears is people not checking up on others that's around them, making sure they doing okay. You know what I'm saying? Make sure your people are always okay, because you don't know what people are going through in the head. Just because they always look happy and they seem okay when they're around doesn't mean that they're actually okay. You know, a lot of people have mastered looking like they're just fine even when they're going through the worst of the worst. So no matter what, please, whatever you do, I'm talking to everybody that's watching me right now. Make sure you check on your people. Make sure you check on your people. Text all your people right now. Call them. Do whatever. Hey, you doing all right? You want to talk about something? You going through something? You got anything that's on your mind? You want to get off your mind? Like, I'm here. You know, like you got to start being a safe place for people sometime, bro, because A lot of people feel like they don't have that safe place. You got to be a safe place for people sometimes because it's knowing it's sometimes, and how I want to say this. All right, let me put it to you like this. Sometimes a person knowing that they have you to fall back on save them sometime from doing stuff like that. When you take that initiative to step in or get them help, you know what I'm saying? Get them on the right path mentally. You know, sometimes you gotta be a safety net for people, bro. And I understand, like in a situation like that, it's only so much you can do, but still do what you can, man. If it's your people and you love them and you see signs of this or they express that to you, do what you can for them.
Because in evaluating the story, we've all lived life. We've all driven cars. If you've ever crashed your car or maybe come close, hopefully not, and hopefully you didn't crash your car, you kind of realize, like, there's a few things that could matter. Again, don't drive drunk, but have you ever had a night be like, damn, how did I make it home? Like, man, I could have crashed, right? It's a possibility if I'm thinking there was nothing else on the road. It's not like he swerved to avoid a deer. It's not like another car hit him. Nothing. It's just crashed his car. There's a few things to think about. Well, was he drunk?
Yeah.
And if you've ever driven at a certain time, was he sleepy? Was he off some type of substance? That's what is important to me. Apparently, he crashes a car, and he called his manager asking what he should do. The car was actually still drivable, which means it wasn't that, it wasn't total, which tells me if we're looking at this highway, he probably banged up the car, maybe fell asleep, or I don't know, like he bangs up the side of the car, but it's still drivable. Anything that was head-on collision, it would not be drivable, we imagine. Again, we're using some common sense thinking here. Okay. So he calls his manager. He said, what should I do? The manager tells him, hey, we're going to meet up at this nearby parking lot at the Hilton Hotel. Now, just for research purposes, Hilton Hotel in Hapville, GA. We're going to Google it. And when we Google it, I want to use the maps version of this. Okay. Oh, we just had the pin. Sorry. Let's see. Okay, let's see if we can find the pin again. Where's the pin? Let's find the pin. Okay. Do y'all see it? Oh, my God. Sorry. Hilton Hotel. Bang. Let's go to maps. Okay. So y'all see where it's at. So the Hilton Atlanta Airport is here. Let's look at it. Does it say Hapville? What's this Hilton Atlanta? Apparently it's not Atlanta, even though it's Georgia. It's Hapville. Unless maybe it's the same thing. Let me see if I can find another location. Hilton Hotel, Hapville. Yeah. It's only bringing up the Hilton Atlanta Hotel. What's Hapville, GA? What is that? It's in Fulton County, so it is close to Atlanta. Is
Okay, so
Hapville
that's
considered
close by.
Atlanta? It's located adjacent to Atlanta. Interesting. Okay. So it's basically right next to Atlanta. So let me see if I could find a map of it, and we could figure out what's what. So this is Hapville. This is Hapville. And basically, the Hilton we're talking about is right here. So this is the hotel. So Hapville is here. Where's Route 85? 85 is here. So he probably crashed. Could you guys see my mouse? Probably can't, right? So he probably crashed around here. This is Hatville. This is Atlanta, by the way. So I guess it's right next to Atlanta. He crashes around here, right? It's technically considered Hatville at that point. Was he coming from the airport? We don't know. By the way, the airport is right here. Airport is right here. He's not from Atlanta, but we know a lot of people sometimes go to Atlanta to stay. He crashes around here, which is technically Hatville. He calls his manager and they say, yo, hey, let's meet up, whatever. Is the car drivable? Yes. Let's go to the Hilton, which is right next to the airport. So it's this airport here. So we are in the right place. So Hilton, Atlanta. Okay, I think we're here. So he kind of goes here. It appears, right? All right. All right. Is that it? No. Okay. No. That's not it. Anyway. The point is, it's somewhere here, right? Okay. Let's keep it going. They're saying that the manager met up with LIL Poppa and he stayed inside the car. So now we find out his manager is a woman. It says she. She spoke to his manager through the roll-down window. We're told it's unclear what they discussed, but at some point the rapper pulled a handgun, put it to his head, and pulled the trigger, shooting himself dead.
So wait, hold on. He did this with the manager around?
Call 911.
Wait.
Hold on. Grady House stopped working the trigger. We're told it's unclear window. We're told it's unclear what they discussed, but at some point the rapper pulled a handgun, put it to his head, and pulled the trigger, shooting himself dead. An off-duty cop working at the hotel called.
Hold on, let me go back a little bit further. I ain't mean to go back that far. I went back into an ad. My bad. God, dog.
Okay, let's keep it going. They're saying that the manager met up with LIL Poppa and he stayed inside the car. So now we find out his manager is a woman. It says she. She spoke to his manager through the roll-down window. We're told it's unclear what they discussed, but at some point the rapper pulled a handgun, put it to his head, and pulled the trigger.
So he did that in front of his manager?
An off-duty cop.
She was there when that happened?
Call 911. He was rushed to Grady Hospital. He was pronounced dead. There's no suicide note left. Wow. In trying to understand what this means, it seems apparent to me he was going through some things. It's one of those, you're having a bad week. If you ask me, you're having a bad week. You know, sometimes it feels like the world's against you, right? You catch one L after another L after another L, and you're just like, you're fucking cursed. Like, we've all been there. Like, you know, not necessarily at the point where maybe he was at, but I have to imagine if he wasn't drunk or high, or even if he was, there's other mitigating circumstances that probably was just like, yo, bro, I'm cooked, bro. Like, there's nothing going my way. Like, I'm fucking driving. Who knows? Maybe he swerves to avoid a pothole, or maybe he falls in. Who knows? Crashes his car. Some other shit had to happen. He's frustrated.
See, I'm gonna tell y'all something else too, man. Now I don't know Lil Poppa personally. Of course, I don't know him personally. And I've heard a couple of his songs before, but I've never listened to his music like that. Typically in a situation, well, I ain't gonna say typically, but what I'm gonna guess is maybe in some of his previous songs he was rapping about his pain or things that he's going through, things that he's battling mentally, and people overlooked it. People overlooked it. You know what I'm saying? The number one outlet for artists is their music. So if they're feeling anything, they gonna put it in the music. I would figure that somebody would at least like just catch on to what he's saying in his music and like go approach him and see if he needed help. Um, once again, man, rest in peace to him. Uh, I hate that this even happened. I hate that he felt like he had to do that. Um, man, I don't even really know what to say because I hate about hearing stuff like this, man. I done lost so many people that meant the world to me. For different reasons, of course, man. So when it comes to something like this, man, I don't like hearing about stuff like this. 'Cause I done lost so many people that mean the world to me. Like I still to this day, and it have been years since I lost a lot of my people, man. And I still don't know how to process it till this day. So I can only imagine what his loved ones going through, what his mama going through, his dad, grandma. I don't know if he had siblings, but if he do got siblings, what they going through, his best friends, all those who are close to him, I can only imagine what they going through, the fans and everything, bro. So, um, it's just one of them situations, man, where it's you know what I'm saying. I just hope that his people stay strong. I just hope that his people stay strong, man, for real.
Um, Obviously, we'll get more information if the manager ever so called or shows to share that information. But he did call his manager. His manager did show up, which tell me that they probably had some business in Atlanta if his manager was in Atlanta. His manager comes to the car. He won't get out the car. He puts the window down, and they have a conversation. If you ask me, his mind must have been made up at that point. Shit is just fucked up. I'm not an advocate of anyone committing suicide, but I'm not going to sit here and speak ill of him, call him names, or infer or insinuate that he's weak. We don't know what he was going through. But it does tell me that I feel like he was going through something, right? He shot himself in the head. No suicide note. He was pronounced dead at the hospital at the time. A lot of people are worried, what did the manager say? Why didn't the manager kind of realize the state he was in and do a little bit more? Why didn't the manager alert authorities? Why didn't the manager know what he had going on and maybe that he had a weapon and prevented this? It's really tough to really understand, but also these questions are, I don't know if they could be
The
answered.
only thing I want to know, they said, well, with what Act read a couple of minutes ago, the manager, the manager showed up to the car, and by the way he read it, or by the way they worded it on TMZ, the website, sounds like the manager was right there at the time where they claimed he, you know what I'm saying, shot himself in the head. Was the manager there when he did that? That's what I want to know. That's what I want to know for sure. Was the manager right there when he did that?
I don't know if they could be.
Because if the manager was right there, like did you not try to take any further steps? Like that's what I want to know. Was you right there when that went down? That's the number one detail I want to know. You as the manager, and I ain't saying nothing about the manager because I don't know them personally. I don't know what they were doing or where their head was or how they felt about the situation. Nothing. Not saying nothing bad about the manager. Just me specifically, that's the number one detail I want to know for sure. Was the manager right there? Did they see him do that?
He answered. It's also very burdensome that when someone dies or they take their life or they make a mistake, say they go to jail, we put the burden on the person who didn't die or didn't go to jail to explain it for everybody else trying to wrap their minds around it. That's unfair. And I can't imagine what the manager is going through. The manager of an artist these days, you're a therapist, you're an assistant, you're a money getter, you're a custodian, you're a parent, you're a therapist. I know, I see artists. You have to imagine not giving any artist any type of excuse for ever doing things like this. But a lot of these artists, man, they're going through phases. We can see it right now. Some of them have dedicated their life to being the center of attention. Some of them have, been believing that money comes this easy or their career is whatever, or when they walk outside, they get this amount of attention. And when it all goes or things change, sometimes that coping is very different. Some of them get violent. Some of them turn to drugs. Some of them get depressed. If you can't empathize and you're saying, well, we don't give, remember, Fetty Wap, who sat there and told me he made he had 22 million liquid in his bank account. At some point over the years said, I got to do this play to make to sell some drugs and make some cash. Was it out of true desperation that he had nothing, or was it out of a lifestyle or a particular, I'm getting it fast that he was trying to adhere to? We don't know. And this is why it's pretty difficult. It's really difficult for me to really analyze this. I realize it's very complicated. CMG did put out a statement. They said, we are stunned and devastated by the loss of our fellow or beloved family member, Janarius LIL Poppa Wheeler. He was much more than just a talented artist. He was an ambitious young man with depth beyond his years and endless potential. Our love for him knew no bounds. He was one of the rare artists who thought he poured his pain, growth, and truth into his art. His passion, his authenticity connected and inspired fans from all walks of life. This is truly a heartbreaking loss for everyone who knew and loved him. Please keep his loved ones in your thoughts and prayers. Poppa, we promise to uphold your legacy and honor and respect. We're all better because of you. Long live Poppa. Interesting. It's sad. Oftentimes we're sitting back thinking about, how did we get here, right? That's where I usually go, what's the last Instagram live? And someone said, this is the last Instagram live. Is this true? I'm not too sure if that's true. Let me see if
I'm rocking with
almost
roll down window.
Okay.
At his mental health. It just so happens that
Here we go.
The story of who he is. Now, jumping over to Reddit, there would be a throwback photo of Lil Poppa and none other than Julio Fulio. And this clearly hasn't been updated yet because he doesn't have a dove next to him. But the information from this right here, if you don't know what this means, Fulio was a part of 6 Block, a gang in Jacksonville based around 6 Block, right? Those apartments that he was from. Lil Poppa was from 1200. It just so happens that when Fulio was killed, the detectives put it together. The 2 gangs responsible for that killing was ATK and 1200. Now, there was a situation years ago where Fulio and Lil Poppa got in a fight in the mall in 2018. And Fulio would break it down during a Say Cheese interview. Shout out to my boy Trap Lil Ross. He also showed.
Oh, I didn't know. Oh, Lil Pop
I
was kind of
ain't even know
mixed a
that.
little bit. Wow.
I didn't even know
This
that,
on
bro.
his channel.
You know, it's so interesting when you see people who are like, you know, I don't know if he was a gangster. I don't know too much about him, I'm gonna be honest. I don't know if he was like, oh yeah, I'm tough, this and third. Man, I think the realest thing you should know about like people who, like even King Von, like he looked pretty emotionless. Like he looked like, you know, as Charleston White says, one of Satan's greatest soldiers. But you got to imagine the amount of pain and hurt he had, right? Like, you know, people he grew up with, spent infinite and just timeless moments with, would die. And he just had to accept it. So, man, the reality is that a lot of these guys have a lot of trauma. You know, I think a lot of them end up admitting that that's why they, later on, when they have the resources, they do get hooked on the drugs, trying to drown it out. I mean, Fredo
Yeah.
Santana notoriously definitely said that that was him.
Another shocking thing you mentioned in the record was Lil Poppa, another Jacksonville artist who releases quality music.
Yeah.
He seems to stay to himself. He's not all over the blogs and doing all this. And you mentioned him. What's the history with you and him? How does that correlate?
Shit, we got songs too. We got songs out on YouTube and shit. But shit, we just got in the we fought. I beat his ass type shit. I had beat his ass and shit in the mall and shit. Me and my little cousin Coach had beat his ass in the mall and shit. And that just was that. That shit on, you know what I'm saying? That just was that.
How do you go from making songs with somebody to fighting? Like, what is that energy? How does that energy even come about? Like, what happened?
This what it be, Sean. When I make a song, I say people's name right. I'm direct with it. Y'all don't hear the 1,000 sneak disses a nigga say to me, antagonize me and shit. You get what I'm saying? So when I see you, I'ma address it type shit. Y'all probably ain't hear the million sneak disses because y'all don't know what's going on in Jacksonville, but we heard the shit. So when we see you, what it be about, you know what I'm saying? Nah, nigga on your ass. Nah, nigga beating your ass. Nah, that's what it is. You know what I'm saying?
Now, Reddit would do what Reddit does and post some of the lyrics Julio made after the situation, saying, Papa, you a bitch, we beat your ass, made you a victim, caught a rapper at the mall, beat him real quick. But like I said, things would take a very dark turn the more you look into this. 7 months ago, this would be posted stating, do people know Lil Poppa also paid for Fulio, alleging that he was also behind the hit. What? And somebody would say, I don't listen to bruh. All I seen was he got a song on his new album called 4 a.m. in Tampa. I'm like, here we go. And he'd follow up with saying, I ain't never known Poppa to diss, but like I said, I don't listen to him. And this dude would say he always sneak disses in his songs. You just gotta catch it. Poppa be dissing, he just don't say names. So, similar to what Fulio said, y'all don't catch the sneak disses because you're not from around here. You're not gonna pick up on it. But when I diss people, I name them. So he was basically saying Lil Poppa's a sneak disser. Lil Poppa just so happens to be from 1200, the same gang that ended up killing Fulio. And then he dropped a song titled
Somebody in the chat said, what up, Act? Nah, I'm reacting to Act, but I ain't Act, bro.
4 a.m. in Tampa.
Appreciate
Obviously,
you for tuning in the
Fulio
chat,
was killed
though.
at like 4 or 5 in the morning in Tampa. Now, Young and Ace would speak out and show love to Lil Poppa, and I mean, this would just make the whole Fulio allegation seem even worse. And if you think it's all just a bunch of BS, Lil Poppa's name was brought up during the Fulio trial of Alicia Andrews.
Yes, ma'am. And you're talking about how the people in 1200 dish they side, correct? And then you're also talking about Poppa, that's Little Poppa, right?
Yes.
And who's Little Poppa?
He's a rapper.
And you know that he also has a gang affiliation, is that correct?
I mean, he doesn't claim it, so I don't know.
You know your boyfriend Isaiah Chance is in a gang, isn't that true?
I don't know that.
But getting back to the mental health aspect of things.
Oh, wow. So she denied Lil Poppa. So apparently her boyfriend, remember her boyfriend is one of the people accused of killing Fulio. her boyfriend and Poppa are supposedly in the same gang. And not only did she hold it down for her boyfriend, she hold it down for Poppa too.
Somebody would write, when Lil Poppa died, I'm gonna be so sad. And it was a girl named LaDeja Destiny. And apparently Poppa would reply back to it saying, don't be, cause I won't. And you can see a lot of people, you know, reacting how they react, whether they're taking it serious or not. But this kid was obviously going through shit. And he vented in his music. He vented through his...
You see? And
trying to see where
I said
people
that
are
earlier.
saying-
I said that earlier. I kind of already had the idea that if it's being ruled a suicide, and it was really a suicide, like they say it is, and he's going through stuff, he got all these things running through his mind, different emotions. He put it in his music. He put it in his music. The one thing that I don't understand, or I ain't even gonna say I don't understand it. The one thing that I just don't, you know what I'm saying, rock with is people around him, like y'all listening to him in the studio when he's saying this stuff. When he dropped the track and you listening to it, you hear him saying different things. Why didn't y'all catch on that bro was not okay then? I ain't trying to place the blame on nobody. I'm not trying to say it's nobody's fault or nothing like that. But it's just you would expect people who be around you all the time, who know you like the back of their hand, to catch certain things. You know what I'm saying? Like if you speaking in a certain manner that you don't normally speak in, like I'm gonna have to question you about that. Like, hey bro, you all right? You need some help? Like you need to talk about something? Like you need therapy? Like what's going on? Because things like that help, man. That's why I was saying earlier, I always make sure you keep a check on your people, man. Because you don't know what people be going through mentally. You don't know what people be going through mentally, man. For real. So if y'all take any advice from me, if y'all ain't listen to nothing else I said this whole stream, make sure you keep a check on your people at all times, man. Make sure they doing all right. Check in on them regularly. Cause that mean a lot, man. That dog gonna take people a long way right there. Just knowing that they got somebody that they can talk to. You know what I'm saying? Lil Poppa outlet might have been his music. And that's where he put all his pain into. That's where you put all them thoughts into. That's where every single emotion goes into the songs. That's his way of getting it off of him. Because if I don't get it off of me, it's just going to build up in me. And I just can't let that happen. You know what I'm saying? Like, bruh. Like, I'm trying to keep from getting emotional talking about bruh situation. I don't know him, bruh. I ain't never, you know what I'm saying, seen him a day in my life. I ain't never been around him. But I done been around people, and I done, you know what I'm saying, been close up on people who done dealt with this very same thing and just barely made it out of that phase. Just barely. So I know how crazy it can get. Just being a person that has seen somebody else in that phase and they just barely made it out. I know how crazy it can get, bro. I know how crazy it can get.
And
Say don't. You'll be proud of me, OG. Woke up, read me a Bible verse, got some breakfast in my system, talked to God about it. You know what I'm saying? And he laid it on me. I got one more album, EP, mixtape, whichever one it's gonna be, I got one more. And it's over, I'm going to find my peace. Say don't.
I'm gonna find my peace. Huh.
Some days I don't wanna sip. They don't.
I'm not even looking at it. It's TikTok, bro. I'm not even.
Just talk to God about it. You know what I'm saying? And he laid it on me. I got one more album, EP, mixtape, whichever one it's gonna be, I got one more. And it's over, I'm going to find my peace.
On Wednesday, February 18th, the news that Jacksonville rapper LIL Poppa passing away took the rap industry by surprise, catching even a few artists completely off guard while they were on live.
It's TikTok. Yeah, I'm not even looking at it. It's TikTok, bro. I'm not even looking like that. I'm not even looking at y'all. I'm not even studying y'all right now. Y'all lying. I don't play like that. What the hell? You don't play with girls, bro. What y'all talking about? I'm finna get out of this, cause y'all negative. On my mama, y'all talking about LIL Poppa on my mama. Like, I'm not even playing on my mama. They been negative. Oh my God, no, serious. No, oh my God. Oh my God.
Then roughly after 30 more minutes passed, everyone still wondering if it was truly real, XXL would announce LIL Poppa had passed away at the age of 25. On Wednesday, February 18th, reports began to circulate the Jacksonville rapper LIL Poppa had passed. XXL has since confirmed with the Fulton County Medical Examiner's Office in Georgia that LIL Poppa, born Janarius Michael Wheeler, passed away this morning at around 11 a.m. Despite speculation online that the passing may have been a result of his own action. The cause of his passing has still not been announced, when sadly a video that he took only 2 weeks ago confirmed what likely occurred, where LIL Poppa would make a story about his morning, how he read a Bible verse, got some breakfast, then announced his last album on his Instagram story.
They don't. You'll be proud of me, OG. Woke up, read me a Bible verse, got some breakfast in my system, talked to God about it. You know what I'm saying? And he laid it on me. I got one more album, EP, mixtape, whichever one it's gonna be, I got one more. And it's over, I'm going to find my peace.
With that video going viral online, his mother would then confirm the passing, writing on her Facebook, "Lord, I need you to know that this is just a test. You say you will not put no more on us, then we can bear Jesus. I need you 24 hours a day," which resulted in rap OG Boosie giving his official reaction on live.
I won't give a TIP Thug and Peace to LIL Poppa, man. Yeah, my little right there, always supported me, looked up to me, man. Always came to Boosie, babe. Solid little too. For the time being. Some TIP Poppa, Thug and Peace. And Pop, talented, boy. TIP Poppa, the Duval legend. The Duval legend. Legend across the world. YNs with Pop. My daughter, young TIP Poppa, nigga.
Like the video if you're a LIL Poppa fan. Curious how many of you health because they feel like you're up and got it going on hours while you was here, and I appreciate you for messing with bait that they broke.
That's interesting. Look at this.
They don't.
It seems like in the industry, they always try to have a parallel with the streets and the rap. And it's like, I'm trying to get away from that. Like the slums, you always want to be hot in your city, right? I mean, of course, we want.
I just feel like it wasn't just one solo artist. It was everybody as a whole, every artist that was, you know what I'm saying, catching the buzz around the time. They was just putting it on, like putting on. They was just creating a wave to where people ain't had no choice but to look at Jacksonville, you feel me, and everything that was coming out of Jacksonville.
I was gonna ask that because, like, I think it's a Florida thing too. Because when you said that people been rocking with you since you was like 14, I think it was like when Lil Tyler broke. You know what I'm saying? And like the whole community around him, there was like just gravitating from him. So I feel like that might just be like a Kodak too, like a
they
Florida
know, you
thing.
feel me? Like,
you know what I'm saying?
Kodak for sure. You know what I'm saying? Like once he caught his wave, he brought light on Florida. 30. I'm 15.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So then my grandmother, I was raised by 3 women. My grandmother, my mama, and my auntie. So I ain't had no choice.
You know, it's crazy that you say that. So I'm a Gotti stan. Like, that's my favorite artist.
Yeah.
So you'll
Stan
tell
and
you.
Stan is crazy,
I am.
first of all.
That's my guy, bro. But anyway.
You need another word.
But-
Stan and man shouldn't even be in the same fucking
You
sentence.
said-
A Gotti Stan?
That's crazy.
That
right?
shit crazy. That
Hey, man.
shit-
But anyway.
Hey, yo. I'm a Gotti Stan. I wish I would reference myself as a Stan.
My favorite artist.
Listen here though, man. I think we gonna cut that video off right there. Once again, before we end off this stream for the night, man, and I appreciate everybody for pulling up. Make sure y'all like, make sure y'all comment, subscribe, turn on the post notification bell, set it to all, man. We full swing with the lives now. I'm streaming the reactions now, so make sure y'all tune in with your boy. I want to build up a community here, man, and you know what I'm saying. Just keep it rolling. But rest in peace to him. Rest in peace to Lil Poppa. Hate that it got this way. Hate that it took that turn. But man, rest in peace. And may God be with his mama. Any siblings, if he got siblings. Dad, grandparents, all that good stuff there. And yeah, man. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Once again, make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, and all that good stuff there. This my third or fourth time going live today on here, so I'm gonna be back with y'all tomorrow, man. I'm gonna try to get up tomorrow, probably the later part of the morning, going into the afternoon. I'm gonna be back on here, and we gonna dig into some more stuff, man. But listen, everybody that's been pulling up, I appreciate y'all. I really do appreciate y'all for giving me a chance. Thank y'all, man. I really do appreciate it. Y'all just don't know. If it weren't for y'all, man, it ain't none of this possible. I'm so serious when I say that. So when I say thank you, like, I really do mean thank you. Like, thank y'all for real. I know it ain't a whole lot of people, but when I tell y'all thank y'all, man, I really do mean thank y'all for real, for real. Thank y'all on a serious note. Y'all just don't understand, and I know words is the only thing I can tell y'all. But if I can hug all 23 people that's up in here right now, I literally give every single last one of y'all a hug individually. I'm going to just hug y'all through the screen. I'm going to hug y'all through the screen. Thank y'all, man, for real. But we up out this thing, man.